I kind of the same thing happened to me. I started playing on a gaming laptop. But
Yeah.
they're just never going to be as good.
Yeah.
And then I
Monitor
finally upgraded
diff,
to a
unlock.
keyboard, good mouse. And I'm like, oh, wow, playing Spy is actually easy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it, ZP. Infection team name first to 4. Final match of the Jay3 Community Clash. We'll give him all of his props later for putting on this thing. The man, the myth, the legend, Jay3 himself. But me and ZP get to call this one for you. 5 grand to first place, 3 grand to second place. Team name coming out of the open division, Infection. Yet to drop a map this tourney.
That's right. Team name, the redemption story. Infection, the domination story. Grand finals, all the silliness out of our system from the match earlier.
Ramacha versus Queen.
Infected out
Interesting.
on the Ram, Kuffa on the Junker Queen. Hex, we are getting that tank v tank variation.
Yeah, speaking of variation, we do also have the Pharah here, and it's always been a good Pharah map, even when you've got a Mercy, but now that Pharah doesn't have to be babysat.
Cannon's blocking
this
top
is
right.
always
Yeah,
rewarding.
okay, I'll get in a better spot.
Zomba got caught early by Fishcake, whooped right off, and team name not having to worry about Zomba, cleaning up the rest. Strong opening from team name here, and hey, if they can contain Zomba like that, it could be a very.
They've been playing a lot
different
of.
series
I
than
saw a little bit
Much
yesterday
a little bit
that they were
of
playing the
earlier
Junker
on
Queen
that
comps, and they
lost,
actually
so
looked
kinda
pretty
had to
good.
Switch up Petal and Doom, but now you're seeing that the flexibility can come in. Where
I didn't see a
Petal's
ton
able
of
to
it,
play that
but-
Tracer at a high level, and Doomed has picked up the other heroes they want to run as wrinkles.
Fun. Working on the outskirts right now on the soldier. Poke coming in. Really nice angle being taken by Doom just to throw rockets in from the side. Team name right now, though, shrugging off the bulk of it. Doom getting quite low. Infected. Getting poked down as Infected tries to go in, and Infected gets the Immortality Field to stay alive for now.
They have to be really careful here.
Yeah, they did just sit there and just block the entire time. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah, right there.
Holy.
Yep, that's a bit of a casting curse if there ever was one. Infected, though. They get rid of Kuffa, they get rid of Doom. They're making inroads onto the point here. We'll see how long Team Name wants to say it. Team Name, they use the rush. Team Name actually saying, you know what? We're going to try and maximize percentage of the point. We're still in control of it. They dropped the beat. Team Name investing both support ults into this fight. You know, arguably questionable decisions. It will get them more progress, but don't think it's going to win the fight next.
Infection also ended up using their support ults too, so it's not really one side or the other. It's kind of a response.
Yeah.
Tracer on the cleanup duty. One of these numbers get low. Tracer
They got a lot of percentage
would
off
light
that,
up
though.
the kill feed, but Team Name decided to invest when they had
Swap the
percentage
Diva.
on there, so it made sense. And then when Aspen
Honestly,
dropped
I like the
Aspen
Diva
took
swap.
take and they
I feel like you can't really get much done on Ram here.
support ults. Now Banks both empty for the most part. This one might come down to pulse bombs, and you know, Infection's got a better way to mitigate pulse bomb damage than Team Name does.
Yeah, they definitely do. But the Tracer's the star of the show here. We'll see a Zomba and come alive. Petal, Pulse Bomb, ready in the back. Infected though, super low. The Rampage from Kuffa was big. Results in Infected getting demacked. See if Infected can stay
Yeah,
alive.
they're just kind of running at him every fight.
Get back into it. Visor coming out here.
And they just kill
He's
Infected.
over to the side.
You notice, like,
A little bit of damage.
they're
Oh, just
both, like, the
right
way
off.
that
Fishcake
Team
having
Name
a
plays,
round.
it's just they
Second.
all in their tank.
Fishcake
And so, like, what they did first is they all in the soldier, made the soldier run, the Diva peels for the soldier, and then they all in the Diva and kill him.
He plays to grit a team fight back. I don't think Zomba's done yet here, Hex.
Team Name was able to eke out some extra damage, but now it's time to reset. At 92, you're only a single fight away, but it looks like they want to keep being scrappy.
Holy.
Ambitious pulse bomb just a bit outside, and Team Name actually kind of getting some kills.
Comes back on the Doom.
Back onto the Doom to just retouch.
Well, the interesting thing about the last fight was that, you know, Team Name was still able to get the flip and get more progress. So Infection isn't as far as head.
I made my tier list and I
otherwise
told you guys I thought Doom was low-key pretty good.
Still, though,
And he's like, no, there's no
not
way.
the worst spot to be in for how that started with Infection.
Oh, they swapped that Queen.
Or rather, with Kuffa hitting a pretty significant.
I did see a game yesterday where, like,
Might play this a little bit
some
slower,
team had
because
Zebra,
one of the
and they
times
played
you do see
Zebra
an offensive,
on Doomfist,
sound barrier,
and they actually
usually
won.
to go with Blade, G Blade, and so now they 20%.
Or you say, don't need the beat, just use the blade. Is it wise? We'll find out. Diving into the
bad.
back. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
They
Gets
get
rid of
one,
the
but they
back.
traded two.
Puts
Get
the
one
name on
back,
his
trade it
Kuffa able
again.
to take down Bond. Pedal in on the outskirts.
Big bomb.
Trades back and forth right now, but Team Name definitely working with a little bit more
It was
momentum
Hydron's
here.
team?
Pedal now
Ah.
shifting back over to the point. Infected under the gun. You see Kuffa right now. Just a little bit of bridge control. Team Name looking for the flip.
Ooh, that's a
89 to
big
92.
knife.
If they can get Infected, it'd be big before respawns come back in. Infected trying to squeeze away. 30% is Pilot Diva. Is Infected get a remake? No, Doom finishes it off. And team name
Big
solidifying
beat, too.
advantage checks.
They had a huge support ult advantage there too. Fishcake finally got the read on it that they were super ahead in beat. They're able to throw that one down. This one's going to be 99-99. Infection. Zomba is going to have to hit a pulse bomb here. Hits
It's
it.
out. Not enough to get the kill. Team name still at full strength. Pedal, pulse bomb in reserve on that
Come back
side.
on the Doomfist again.
Doom
More
finds
Doomfist.
Zomba, gets rid of the hero
Huge.
factor, but Pedal's down as well. Both teams down Tracers as Fishcakes finds Infected. Fishcake again. Big boops when needed most here for team name. 99-99, overtime ticking down. Infection under pressure right now. Hex's Kuffa just lays it in.
I like the land and switch to Moira. It's an ult that charges pretty quickly, and the way this one's going, it's never going to be
Splayed him? Holy shit, that's fucked up.
Infection hoping for the miracle. Infected comes back in. Infected goes back out. Zomba's in
Damn,
the delay.
dude, this is a
It won't
close
be
one.
for long. And team name strikes first.
Chat, why
Well,
does it
we're
say
trying to get a
team name?
vibe
Because
feel
that's
out
their
of this
team
one.
name.
I'm
Their
thrilled
team name
about
is
it,
team
'cause
name.
That was about as close as a control map as you could possibly
Hang on. I'm hearing readings from beyond the grave. Yes, Jaws, we hear you. What does you say? Yes, Jaws, we know. Infection has not lost a map in this tournament so far. What's that? Your lunch wasn't that great. Okay, cool. All right.
Also predicted
BP
Infection
curse
and
is already
Infection
setting
is
in.
back.
Oh,
Play
no.
Both sides. That way he always comes out on top.
Well,
But what's their
I like
team
what we
name?
saw from team name. That was
That's
not only was
team
it
name.
cohesive play, Hex, it was also a different take than what we've seen from Infection, a lot of the other teams.
No,
throughout
not the
tournament. I like
question
style that they're
mark.
going for.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because.
All right, this one's probably much better for Rammo, to be fair.
Point, so it was kind of a desperate one. These are a little more cohesive. Team name going pretty strong dive. Again, Tracer together. We've not seen Reaper get any value, so we'll see if Bun can pull off some value on that hero.
Zomba getting a little bit of revenge against Fishcake, taking rid of the terror early. Team name down to Lucio. Infection still gets spotted. Oh, Landon gets caught. Both teams now down to support. We'll know for team name if Doom can get some healing. Doom gets Zomba! Zomba went in for the finish and gets punished instead.
They kill the queen, but now
Doom
what?
Making the impossible possible right now. Team name working with an advantage on the point. Pedal gets rid of Infected, and that's going to be first control once more
Wow.
to team name.
I mean, I'm willing to be proven wrong with the Reaper pick. It seems like they want to run it kind of slow and just squat up on an Infected together, doing a lot of damage and healing a little bit for each other, but it doesn't seem like it's working out really well. We called Reaper
The Reaper's tough because you can kill the queen really well, but the Tracer Genji is.
All right,
They're just not getting close.
After ready to the back, looks for Landon. No,
So you have to somehow kill the Tracer Genji
No
after,
immortality fields
which
required
I don't know.
for the process.
That's critical. Like,
That's a tough one. It's tough with the Ram at
Meanwhile
least.
Goes, I don't need a pulse bomb.
Maybe do something
Pedal
else,
goes back,
maybe?
Aspen. She drops barrier in return.
But I think Ram's still good here too. I don't know.
Meanwhile, fun stuff.
I don't know the answer.
Outskirts, Infection slowly picking and prodding the way in. The blade from
Huge.
Doomed, not enough. Beats immortality field.
Yeah, they should be able to get out here. I don't know why Pedal is even still kind of messing around. That point did flip over. If you're going to give your life up for that, you want to blink in right before they flip it over, so at least you get 4% or something like that. Kind of have
Okay.
to reset anyway. You're probably going to get chased down to begin with. But yeah, Pedal dies there late. Really,
Zomba.
eyes.
Set up. There's some Tracer here in the back. One gets a health pack. The other not. Beat, though, going to be dropped by Fishcake. Team name trying to bring it directly onto point. The response is there from Annihilation, but you see the Rampage. It hits 3, and Infected cannot survive.
Yeah, the
right
Rampage
after.
is huge.
Awesome value.
Ooh. Will spin the win. It gets rid of Comfort.
And like, you can kill the Reaper. I mean, Reaper can kill the Queen every time. It's just after that, then what?
Be a whole lot different here.
It's tough.
Clean up absolutely
Oh,
there.
Aspen's
Aspen's
popping.
gonna come
Okay.
in late with a couple of nice kills, get that percentage back up, and now 76. A huge barrier advantage for Infection as well.
It really
So
kind of
they're
is
in
on
strong control. 51
their Tracer in the backline to actually clean things up after they kill the Queen. It's wild.
Like, it's going to be your support ults. They're the game changers and your tank ults.
Pulse bomb from Zomba out. No eliminations off it, but the pressure on the Fishcake immense. Gets rid of Lucio
Oh my
early.
god.
As Infection now at full strength, and it's a quick retreat from team.
And those kills are so critical too because it just keeps Fishcake really behind the 8-ball as far as catching up on barrier, and Aspen's going to be able to hold on to it for a while. And Landon's probably going to drop window before Aspen drops barrier.
Team name right now praying to the great god of Ajax for deliverance in this next fight. That the beat
Good
not
afternoon,
work against them. Aspen under
Enjoying
pressure.
the new season.
Aspen going for the beat. No Ajax. Full barrier. Gonna be hitting all of infection.
Smart waiting for the lamp too.
Team name though. They
back out.
disengage. Yeah, they just disengage. Come back in. Eliminate Aspen. Now 5v4 for team name.
That was a great
96%
disengage.
to infection. Team name must flip the point. Working on that as we speak. Doom. 2 kills in the neutral. Blade in reserve. Looking for Bond. Takes her out.
Very
The
nice
Genji
play.
plays have actually been
Save the
insane.
Blade is the critical parts that beats. Team name's done it time and time again, and they look like a really practiced squad. And like it's rare that you'll see good comms on screen, but the way Team name's been able to disengage over the last 2 days of this tournament is super impressive. Kind of shows me that they probably have good comms.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you get this far, your comms a little bit above normal. Next fight, though, could be the decider. Both teams loaded for bear. Fishcake opens with the beat, and engage is massive.
Yeah, beat Blade, just go in.
Team name just washes over infection like a flood. And Hex, that does set
Okay,
up
but then they have Queen ult
fight.
next fight too. That's
Beating Blade
terrifying.
should win you a fight every single time.
Wait, they're gonna kill the
Right
Tracer
there,
too.
but Team Name still has some tools to work with for this.
Oh,
very
that's
last
really
fight.
bad. They
Incoming.
found him.
Fishcake.
Big.
You know,
Wow, they actually turned and went and found the fucking Tracer.
This just puts infection on the back foot for this fight. They open with Annihilation. Kupfa responds in turn with Rampage, and really
It's a pretty big
infected
Rampage.
Target number 1, Annihilation no, but Rampage effect.
They kind of needed to get another kill though right there.
Way more
Oh, there it
right
is.
Down the sides. Bud can't stay alive.
Needed that.
And Team Name looking a whole lot healthier right now. Infected still under pressure.
Big.
Immortality field pushed out. Bomb though
Okay.
for Kupfa. The evener comes in.
Now it's
gets rid of
Backline and
Kupfa.
Tracer
Infection
versus their team.
Still alive. Landed at death's door. Jukes the pressure. Gets the window
Trade,
down, falls.
that's huge. 2-for-1 trade.
Damage may have been done. Infection staying alive. Infected still on the point. 99 to 99. This is tense. Respawns.
Infected is so
Going back
good
in for
at
both
tank.
teams.
He's like a fucking
They both support
prodigy.
up,
Like
but it was
kid,
kind of a matter
like
of
I remember
time.
he was like fucking 14. He's so good.
on the
But if you notice, like literally, you can't do anything in half these
99
fights.
rounds in a row now.
You just stand there, kill their tank, and then stand there and try not to die.
This is first to 4, by the way, so get ready. Could be a long one in all the best ways.
I mean, someone usually is running a sim here to get to the point first. Doomed on the Echo is an interesting call that usually tells me that they want to get into point immediately, so they're going to have to run a sim. You don't want to run an Echo or a far outside of the enclosed house.
Someone DC'd.
A little bit of a pause here.
Not only is there a pause, but you know,
So he's
I just
doing his
noticed,
job,
we have a new
tanking
chair.
damage.
Wait, where did this chair even
Yeah,
come
but
from?
you just stand there and do nothing.
Okay, that's
that's
fair, that's fair.
terrible.
Over.
That's boring.
Look, the couch is lonely without you, Scott.
Well, so ZP like stands up.
Yeah,
And
so
then
Hex
he
needs
does
How's the
move
new
over.
couch
I have to
treating you?
move
I don't
over
have a
so
new
I can see
couch.
past
Yeah.
So
it.
I
That was
don't want
shade.
to come crushing
Yeah,
Hex
yeah.
and be like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, if you,
How's the cost?
you could sit on Hex's lap or vice versa.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, hey, yo.
Shade was trying to buy a new couch, and that's why we were tryharding in Twitch Rivals.
Subscribe to Jay's Patreon, and we'll get the.
Oh,
Wait
after dark
a
hours.
minute. Wait a minute. That was
I'm just
supposed to be a
saying.
secret.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I got another guy.
I mean, okay, you guys know what Jay looks like. I'm not moving again.
I do have one.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it puts all your socials into one thing.
Yeah, it's entirely kosher.
I've had people say, why isn't an OnlyFans in a link tree?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
sure.
like-
What'd you guys think of the actual game, though?
Dude, that was good.
Okay,
This game
dude.
is actually crazy so far.
I like it so far. It's tied 1-1, and I'm actually really surprised that Team Name took the first map off.
The first round,
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's super
honestly,
close.
like it made a lot of sense, right? Like they were just like doing so much damage. I love the Queen versus Ramacha matchup. Like you're seeing
love
the
it, yeah.
advantages and disadvantages of both.
Yeah.
There's a story behind it.
Yeah.
All right, third and deciding round here on map 1. It's been a banger so far, Hex. We'll see if it continues living up to that hype.
Yeah, it seems like neither team teleported in, even though they were both so sim early. I don't know if the pause ended up changing that. But yeah, this is a point where I think both teams in these competitions want to live on.
Couple big carnages there, but again, all you can do is just all in the tank, and then after that, it's up to the back line. Well, actually, they're playing Soldier now too, so it's
right now they see the problem is Kuffa.
backline and versus backline. That's it.
Back on the Soldier 76 is the right call too. I mean, Reaper works in that last stage.
Sounds really fucking stupid, but
the consistent damage Fun has been able to put out on Soldier 76 has been ultra impressive.
Also, wait, I'm alive. Did I miss your 12
months?
months? If I didn't, I apologize if I meant. I didn't mean to.
Landon. Here's Bap in the back. Infection looking to hold on, get a little bit more progress. Team name working outskirts. Doomed super close to getting a dupe. You have to think that's going to be the go button here. Doomed gets a dupe. Probably uses on Infected, and here we go. So look for team name right now. They're getting full. They're looking for Doomed. You get the clone onto the ramp, but Petal's already down. Bund. She finds a well-placed Helix, and that just takes the wind out of the sails of this push. I mean, team name can try, but it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, and in fact, they're able to just absolutely clean up, and without the Tracer to at least draw attention, you know, if not gunfire, then you're in trouble. And now your target's going to be easy to figure out. As you said, Fun going to town with the cleanup there.
Doomed might switch. I think there's a swap coming here. Like they got the dupe out. Yeah, Petal's going over the Ash. Doomed on the Tracer.
I like the swaps from them.
This is telegraphed. I think it's also the right move.
Ash
Yeah,
Tracer.
I'm not sure how much I love Ash on this particular stage, because if the other team knows you're running Ash, like Ash is probably going to sit.
Ooh, big kill on the carry.
Kind of where that Tracer is now.
Block and stand there. Block and stand there.
Or just kill the Ash. Just also an option, I guess.
Also, team name was a little discombobulated there. You take a look at what happened. They kind of went out at different timings, and I don't think they're expecting Infection to just be, you know, camping right at the door.
It has been the one fault I've seen of Team Name in the last couple of days, that when momentum goes on their side and they're not winning and they're trying to get back into it, I've seen them get a little bit snowballed on maps they've lost.
Well, 90% stick.
Big pulse.
And fish cake. Dropping the
Suzu.
Team name, everything on the table because it has to be 97% to 0. They need to stay on the point no matter what.
Aspen can just wait and then beat whenever she wants to play.
That's big. That's actually so big.
That is the beat whenever she wanted. Decent beat. Zomba, though, in danger on the outskirts. Had to get away. Aspen stays alive.
She's fine. She knew. She's fine. That wasn't even close.
Both teams still at full strength, working on the outside. Team name nearly getting the flip, not quite there yet. The damage pressure onto the Ash from Aspen. Gets rid of Petal. It drops a few crouches for good measure.
Damn.
Infection taking map 1.
Yeah, and a lot of it just came down to the double up of support ults there towards the end, where they threw down Beat and Kitsune Rush, and you saw just a really nice disengagement from Infection, and I mean, it sounded kind of...
Hey, beating the BP curse so far.
Obviously, you see the team use both support ultimates.
Beating the BP curse so far. First round was not looking good, but after that...
Like, lighting the victory candles is just throw the beat down and then we'll kill everybody else. So, extremely one-sided on that point, and it was just, they got control of the points, and just Queen wasn't great at like taking space back on that point in the way that Ramatra is, just switching forms and beating people up. Custo, what'd you see?
Of all maps too, like the map that's like the Western like cowboy theme, the cowboy team can't win. Like,
I'm looking over YouTube chat. Nobody said that streaming is harder than an actual job. No, hang on. Dude, are you one of the Twitter people? I swear to God, I don't think that's not even what he said. The thing that he said is streaming on Twitch is very socially draining. So after a stream, your social battery is fucking toast, which is true. I can tell you from my own personal experience. That doesn't mean I stand up after stream and I'm like, oh man, my whole body hurts. Oh man, that was a tough day at work. Just like, nah, I just want to go watch anime. I want to go do something off stream. You know, I don't want to go to a bar or some shit.
Some maps like change based on things. Like Jake has a inherent.
I didn't love how he worded it.
Holiday King's
dude, wait, people are way too fucking nitpicky
and stuff like that, and like Halloween.
Living now things in 3 months.
I love.
Maybe there's something like that on this.
I love Christmas.
Yeah, you can disagree with opinions. I don't give a shit about stuff like that. Like them, don't like them. I just think that like,
yeah, I always see a lot of like more casual players. I say like, why do they do that? It never works. Well, because it only has to work once. Yeah, it only has to work once to be absolutely worth it.
Also,
it looks like it was just about social battery.
Like,
I can tell you just like from my own experience, yeah. Like when I used to work other jobs, like I could go out after, no problem. But like streaming, I just don't want to. Social battery is just toast. That doesn't mean physically though. It's physically way fucking easier. It's a bajillion times better.
working right now. A little bit of poke damage on the point with the bees of going against Jaws, not Wasp.
Yeah, no, there are jobs that do drain your social battery. Like retail's a great example. Like if you're a waiter or a waitress, especially, like that kind of stuff drains your social battery. Absolutely. It doesn't. Nobody said that. Other jobs don't. That's not. You can have two things. They're not mutually exclusive. That's insane. That's actual definition of a straw man argument.
Sounds cool if you have to make a phrase. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, he didn't compare it to a blue collar job.
Points. That was a very quick first attack.
He compared it to retail though. Okay, you probably don't want to hear this, but like at his streaming level, like 20,000 viewers, it kinda is.
We're just seeing the trend from last match.
It kinda is.
The #1 target.
I can tell you as like a drop streamer, when my stream gets up to like 10, 15, 20K during drop streams, insane people come out. Like legitimately insane. Like full on, like holy shit, how are you allowed in society types of people. You know what I mean? Like I love my chat, I love my stream 99% of the time. Drop days though are fucking terrifying.
That was Sia, you weren't even.
Yeah, but you can ban them and you can't in retail. Correct, but you don't deal with hundreds of them a day in retail. You deal with one a day at worst. At worst. There's a raw volume that you're not taking into account.
I can pulse bomb myself.
You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody's saying feel sorry for the guy. No, nobody's saying that. It's just explaining experience and perspective. That's all.
Okay,
that's all life is. Life is all about perspectives. That's all it is. You can have two things that are true at the same time. Wasn't even drops, just shiny brain children. But drops bring those people in. So you're like, because especially kids want free items because they don't have the money to spend it. You know what I mean? So like they want that more than anything. But like also there's a lot of people that also just enjoy free items. So you know what I mean? So it's not just kids, but like, what the fuck am I looking at? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the other day. Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, they keep trying to come through this large.
As a 36-year-old retail worker, I think you're being rude to my profession. Wait, are you trolling? How so?
Themselves alive is critical. It's one of those maps. It's really hard to pick which.
I can't tell if you're trolling or not.
But so far, everyone pressed Q, team name, able to hold on to that one, and still has, I think, probably one of their best ultimates around.
Just playing.
Well,
oh, okay.
Rampage is probably going straight for Infected. That's
it was like borderline, but I saw first time chatter and I got scared.
Look for Kuffa to just
first time chatter, like there's like a thing that pops up above your head when it's the first time you talk. You know, listen, man, that thing has fucking traumatized me. The first time chatter thing. You know what I mean? Like if I see that pop up and it's something unhinged, I'm like, you never know, because there's been times I thought people were 100% joking and then they were serious and they get really upset. I'm like, okay, my bad.
I mean, I think a lesser Junker Queen would have done it there. But it's almost like being like a gun owner. You have to know where you're gonna stop.
Yeah, the first time chatter thing is something unhinged. I see you. Something hey. You know. Now I see all the first time chatters and they all say something unhinged. Okay, relax.
I mean, relax. Kind of starting to
relax.
The end of, Pulse Bomb.
Fucking too many of you. It's not a drop day. You guys are scaring me.
The fact that Petal was able to find something just slows things down. This Dynamite's gonna slow it down even more. Just incredible delay coming out from Team Name thus far.
Yeah, they've really stabilized after losing the first point, which again has been an issue for them when they've lost maps.
Something about the tourney's been insane, I can't lie. I mean, I haven't watched any of the tournament other than today, but I mean, I see him in ranked all the time. He is nuts.
Did we force anything out?
I don't think it did. I think they were able to sidestep it. It looked like it was going to be good, but not quite. Kuffa, meanwhile,
it's so weird. Look at like how they're playing this. It's so different than like how we're used to playing things in like ranked nowadays. It's like so much more rotations. It's so much more about like trying not to peek so you don't explode. You notice? Like they're not playing height. They're not trying to control space. They're literally running around the cart and then like they run around high ground and then drop. And it's like, holy shits.
Just gonna be cleanup here, Hex.
Yeah, still
you know?
trades happening. And we're down below 90 seconds, so probably one good push and one not so good push left for Infection. Luckily for them, getting to this final point, they are going to have Visor, which should at the very least buy you some space and make the other team scatter. And then if they want to come back and pressure the cards, I think you have to hit Annihilation.
I think one a day is a little low. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, right? Like, it depends on what you're doing. Yeah, you also got to, like, different parts of the world, depending on where you live, like, I swear there's more unhinged people than there is in others.
Cuffa still hanging
It might
on
sound
to
really
it,
dumb,
saving it as a
but
trump card.
like to me,
That fight
right,
over the
as a
board
Bostonian,
begins. Just a great
there's a
counter
lot of things
team
people
name.
say or do
Final
that they
voice
might think
for
like, oh, those
Infection.
people are
And it's just the last
Karens, or those people are like nuts, you know, and like I don't even think twice. You know what I mean? Like they'll say things like, "Oh, that isn't that rude?" It's like, no, the fuck, I don't care. Like, what? But it like kind of depends on where you live, you know. Like I feel like if I lived in the South, I'd get in so much trouble half the time. Like I've never in my life had somebody unironically say like, "Don't cuss." I've never heard someone say that in the fucking where I live ever in my whole life. You know, like people do not give a shit here.
Under pressure, decides outside the rampage and just falls right over. Infection was ready for it. Sure, it hit a bunch, but Aspen there with the beat. Infection still healthy.
We're in a posh area and there's multiple snobs every day. Oh, absolutely. It 100% matters on area too. Like, I'll give you an example. My mom's a hairstylist, right? My mom's a hairstylist. And my mom, when she originally started working, got an offer for a job. This is many years ago. In a town that is one of the richest, nicest towns in Massachusetts, right? And she turned it down for a different area, which is like more middle class area, right? She turned it down because she knew like how people were that would live there. And so she's like, no, I don't want to work there. And so once, like 1 or 2 or 3 years in, like she met a lot of people that have like transferred stores and whatnot. And they would always say that that store, even though you made more money, was the worst because you made more money on your salary because it's like, okay, so if you work in a hairstylist, the way it kind of works is like you get a percentage. It's like 45 or 50 depending on like where you like where you're working, how long you've worked, whatever, and like the store gets the other half, and then you get tip and stuff like that. They always paid shit on tips, but the store, you made more money from the store because like it was more expensive haircuts, stuff like that. And they were way more Karens, and they tipped like shit.
Maybe even 2 tries, Hex, with where the spawns are.
Yeah, it's much better.
What town? Okay, I mean, I mean, it's not like I live there, so it doesn't matter. It was Newton Wellesley. Newton. It was either Newton or no, was it Newton or Newton Wellesley? I think it was Newton. I don't remember if it was Newton Wellesley or Newton. You'll know what I'm talking about if you live around here. Or live in fucking Mass, I mean. Yeah, that checks. Yeah. So, yeah. It's very well off area. Like, a lot of money. But like, yeah, people are kind of ass. My mom always said, and it's why like my personal philosophy is like whenever I go anywhere, I always tip like super well, because I'm lucky to be in a good spot. You know what I mean? Like I'm very lucky. My mom, like the way I grew up is my mom basically raised me with tips, right? Like she was a single mom, so I always try to do the best. You know, I always do like minimum 20%, even if it didn't have a great time.
Already gone. Overtime in progress.
But my mom always said that the middle class people were the people that always tip the best. Rich people didn't tip for shit. They always tip like shit.
For Infection to keep this overtime going. But do they have more?
They got window coming up. If Landon can find the angle, he wants to set it down, so get some sight lines. Fun can set up right behind it.
It was always like the middle to like lower middle class people, you know, like people that made like, you know, in between like 40 to like 80K a year. Those people tipped the best. Anyone who was like the 100 to 150 plus was like I think it was range. I think it was like 100 was like better, like okay, and then once you got over like those like 200K people, they gave you like nothing.
Is just laying everything through the window. They get rid of Kuffa, the sacrifice onto payload. How much longer can team names?
And she used to always tell me it was annoying because like they'd brag, right? They'd come in and they'd brag all the time, like about how much money they were making, or like what car they just bought, or they just came back on vacation, get like a $500 haircut and tip $20. Or like $15, you know, or $10. It's like, whoa.
Keep them alive during that, but then I think a lot.
But the millionaires tip amazingly. Multi-millionaires, yes. If you're talking like 1 to 2, if you're talking 10 plus, yes. If you're talking like just like they're just they're the same. They're just older versions of the other people.
I think it's like top 5 of the world on BAP.
It's very good. But you brought up something, Hex, I want to kind of circle back to, where you brought up at the end of point B, right? Where they're going for it. You mentioned it.
$500 haircut? Oh yeah, my one only does women haircuts. So like, you understand, like, you're doing a cut, a color, a blow dry, highlights, like foil. Dude, that shit's expensive. That shit's expensive.
Pulse bombs Kuffa and then kills Doom when Doom finally gets
Wait, you tip for haircuts? Of course. Okay, if you're not an American, you probably don't understand. I'm sorry.
But there was a distinct Tracer diff in play for that sequence of plays.
Largely, it's been. Well, they're both living through those 1v1s. They're kind of deciding.
As a man, it's $20. Yeah, exactly. But like a men's haircut's like depends on where you go, depends on what you're getting done. It could be like 30 to 50 bucks. I think my barber charges me like 35. And if I don't get my normal dude, if I get like the small beard trim and hair, it's like 50. And that's like they do the whole thing where they like fucking lather it up, fucking like straight edge it, everything, you know, hot towel. They give you the whole fucking works, and it's like you're there like 30 minutes, $50. That's like they do the whole thing.
Might have been in favor of Zomba, but this time around, Doomed.
Although if I'm honest, they never really charge me for beard stuff. Mostly because I tip them really fucking well, so they just kind of like, you know, they don't charge me for it because I know I give it to them on the back end.
Is going to be able to come back into this. Nice Dynamite though.
Dynamite is out, and look at
Bro, 50. I pay $16 for everything. Well, yeah, you're saying $16 euro. Euro is very different. First off, I live in Massachusetts. I live in arguably one of the most expensive states in the entire U.S. So things are very expensive here. So $30 to $50 for like the whole works is really not that expensive here.
Well, and then of course Tracer on the cleanup, always working out real well there.
Cap? What? It's not Cap. I'll literally pull up some stats for you. Most expensive states in the U.S. are like Hawaii, California, Massachusetts,
Well, this goes
New York.
Like, is this where you swap to just be like, I didn't.
And
I was just swapping heroes. That's why.
I think there's one other one that's like really up there.
We haven't seen the team really not win through. So.
No, New Jersey. No, you guys aren't even top 5. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not expensive, but you're not top 5.
Almost no value to be had.
CT not either. CT has some insanely expensive areas, but nope, not all of it.
From the immortality fields that you're actually
Alaska might actually be it.
I mean, there's still some value getting the immortality field, but you're right. In terms of like the raw kill, scuffed.
It might be Alaska.
Squashed immediately. Zomba in from the flank. And there is a tempo shift in this match that's happening right now. Infection has felt unstoppable, Hex, for the last 4 minutes of play, including the last round.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they are kind of rolling.
These types of maps in Blizzard World specifically, time gets
well, in between games, I'll look it up. I'll look up the highest cost of living states. You guys will be surprised, I bet.
The walk back to be able to be in attacking position from first point on Blizzard World offense is a little rough. They might have 2 good attacks.
I think Boston actually for housing might be #1 right now in terms of income to housing. It might be #1. I'm not joking. Like it actually might be #1.
So team name, 1 minute left to go. Everything gonna be on the line here. It's just a matter of how it's set up.
I'm talking income to cost ratio for housing. I'm pretty sure it's #1. Don't quote me on that one though. I gotta look it up.
Rush out, team name.
Huge beat.
Everything they got here so far, no rampage just yet. Button down, they might not need it. Bob
over Cali. You gotta. What I'm talking about is there's a ratio. It's income to housing cost. So how much money the average person makes versus how much it costs to live there.
So they should have a pretty small opening to be able to try to focus down this tank. Really, on the second point, I love where Cuff is right now. Deny the high ground. You know they're going to try to come up right here.
I thought Cuff was just going to go for it there, but no, not quite.
Hawaii, California, Alaska, Massachusetts.
Might cost Cuff his life, and surely does.
Told you it's up there.
Fun, meanwhile, attack visor.
It was something I saw recently. Maybe it was something different.
Quite work out, X.
Yeah, I kind of needed a little more people with them. Junker Queen does seem
maybe something different. Because I was very surprised, but I was like, honestly, it's kind of nuts. Maybe it was just cities. It might have been cities. It might have been Boston as a city.
Doesn't matter. They're going to be non-purple by the time there's any cleanup there. So right now, Infection just playing a little bit better together. And it kind of seems.
What is it by city, chat? Drizzling the prime.
You have to worry there's some hero play coming in here, and that's not great.
This is some wild aggression. X Infection just said, yeah, the average team, they would stop at the gate, but, we don't see no breaks here. We didn't hear no.
I love they're just running at them.
Kuffa is going to be able to try to make that hero play. With the Annihilation up, it's the only check mark on the board, so something good there. Yeah, Doomed is conceding the Tracer 1v1, but also the Genji from Doomed has been more than sufficient, so I like this play.
Honestly, Infection has made such a turnaround. It's actually been insane. It wasn't looking good for them in the beginning, and now they're just dominating.
That would be my expectation.
Maybe.
I wonder why they keep going main. Trying to just force cart, force a fight.
Still be really good on second point here.
I just get the feeling they're gonna go more dive. Doom, though, not to be underestimated on the Genji. Being a threat from the backline. Payload still getting pushed all the while. Not the worst approach right now for team name. Doom going in, going out. Has to be very, very judicious. That approach on the Genji right now. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Aspen gets caught. Quick setup to the 5v4 off the rush.
Wait, did they commit
team name.
Bob and Rush, and they only got like 3 feet? Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good for them.
Zomba, bomb. Nothing. Zomba.
Just kill the queen.
This entire time. Now looking for Kuffa once again. Infected under pressure. Back.
Forces beat.
Dropping the visor. And you just see team names scattering, but Doom nowhere Doom could go. I think ran into Affected while.
Dude, is this actual gridlock?
And now you see Zomba just going here. Take out the Jericho. Baby. Beat. Meanwhile, drop by Aspen back into the fight. Rampage used. Infected under pressure. But Infected getting healed back up. Able to.
Dude, what is this? This is like watching traffic fights.
Consistent focus fire right now, Hex.
That's a big pick, actually.
This backline is insanity, and Aspen uses that beat to make sure that Kuffa gets absolutely no value out of Rampage. Kuffa had held that Rampage for a little bit, so beat completely negates it. Landon has been super patient on this as well.
Ooh. That's a good little flank right there. That actually might win them the point. Yep, stand there and block. Try not to die. Stand there and block. Try not to die. Good boop. Huge boop. That actually just saved Infected. And it gives him time to get the lamp back out. Oh my. That was a huge boop.
Soldiers a threat, and an even bigger threat the window. Bud cannot be stopped.
I love how the tank life there is literally just stand there and try not to die. That's so funny.
Infection puts on another map.
That is actually so fucking funny.
Had their moments for stuff.
But now we get into it here. It's Toronto, Hex. It's push. And we'll see if team name can.
They're running the same comms the whole way. That's crazy. No swaps.
These mid-fights, I mean, this is like the truest mid-fight we have, actually. He's on push map.
I think Infected's dead here.
We're going to have a mid-fight up top.
It's lamps.
Good
lamp.
This is all about baiting out cooldowns and then executing on it.
Infected.
And he's dead.
Okay,
yeah.
A little bit of take pressure from team name this time. Going, hey.
I think Infected went a little too aggressive there.
Infected. How do you like it?
Yeah,
oh, then they kill their tank back. Unlucky.
Ash has been so critical in taking down the immortality field.
Dude, playing against Soldier on Queen is fucking hell. Honestly, playing Ramatra versus Tracer and Ash is hell. Playing Queen versus Soldier Tracer is hell.
This is push. If you're making a comeback, you know what? Winning first fight on push, usually pretty good. Although the biggest impact Hex is when you win 2 in a row on push. That's where you get game-winning leads.
Yeah,
Mass is expensive as fuck, but it's a really nice state. I love going there. Wait, why? Why do you like visiting here? There's like nothing here.
I think even not how they normally.
Like there's great stuff here, like great schools. Most places are pretty like decent, you know.
Heavy poke damage coming in.
I mean, there's obviously some bad areas, but most places are pretty good. People kind of mind their own business. I wouldn't say it's like a, you know.
Whether or not they know it is a different issue.
You were there, Smile? Okay, dude.
Takes down Zomba off on the side, and team name says, yeah, we like this. We like this a lot. We're going to go in. And that just snowballs entirely in team name's favor. 2 early fights, 1 in a row for team name. It's big.
Yeah, Visor also went down on the other side, so Infection with 1.
I like the Queen comps here a lot on push.
Doom 2, Zomba. Well, Doom 3, Zomba 0 in the Tracer vs. Tracer. And what a turnaround concerning the last map.
Yeah, but the Soldier v Tracer, Bun comes in and says, hey,
Apparently, Dune was up 3-0 in the Tracer duels, and they were winning. Coincidence?
Robot
Coincidence?
starts moving the other way, but
Is it all defined by how good your Tracer is? Coincidence?
Yeah, I mean, we need to start getting something here now on this Tracer. It has been completely one-sided, but there's Land with the window.
That was a big window. Holy shit.
Like, oh, the damage potential for this, but he has saved lives with this window, especially on Blizzard World, because the healing gets amped up through it. And there's Zomba coming to life.
Yeah, it was a great window by Landon that kicked that off, and the fall through even better. So Infection right back in. It was also cheap Hex economy-wise.
Yeah, it was just the window, because Bun had used Visor before that as well. So if you're able to win a fight decisively with a single ultimate, that's enormous. I got a little bit of the window cheese. How are you going to get up there and clean out team name?
Doom got real low. I think we got another Tracer battle potentially on the outskirts right now. Or it's just Bun keeping Doomed in check. Nearly takes down Doom. Doomed, hoping to pray for a health pack, able to get it. Pulse bomb ready to go. Rewind. Doesn't get the full benefit. The timing a little bit off to get the heal, so Doomed out of commission for a moment. Kuffa, meanwhile, looking for the knife. Misses. Doom going like, please health pack. Please, please come back. I just need another hit. All right. Doomed has the hit. Goes in. Looks for the stick. It's
Unlucky.
That happens to every Tracer where your blink just goes a meter too far and it doesn't line up exactly where you want that pulse bomb to hit, so no stick there.
Did you get anyone with that?
Up the hallway too, but I think team name's lost too much already.
Well, Bun goes down the ramp.
It's a pretty big pick, though.
Of course, not really doing much. Goes for the knife, lands on the Landon, but sometimes you get a little bit too much in return. Infected comes over with the support.
This is why Jay hates supports, and I totally get it. You don't even want to duel them anymore, because you never can win. Either they stay alive or they beat you with their better damage. Like, I get it, Jay. I get it.
Rush v window, but this window placement is sublime from
True. Extremely based commentating. I agree with everything.
That golden marker. Infection with the lead. Team name on the back foot. And then
This is very walking based. You can walk anywhere. That is absolutely not true. Maybe for living downtown, sure. And, once you get anywhere outside of downtown, it's just like any other part of America. You could take the Amtrak, I guess, or you could take like the bus if you live in certain areas. But even so, it's definitely not walkable. That is not true. Boston, like downtown for sure, but once you leave downtown, absolutely not.
Kuffa's taking cover. Doomed and Pedal just crush on the outside.
Okay, well, wait, just think about this though. The Junker Queen hit a single support with a skill shot ability. Brought them closer to them, hit them with an axe.
Like, I think to my nearest public transportation would be like
I don't know what to tell you.
couple miles, maybe 3 miles.
But team name,
and then I guess I could take that
equalize a bit now, pretty significantly behind
until either another piece of public transportation, and then maybe connect it. But I mean, like, it's very limiting on where you're going then.
The gate.
GG on win. Smile.
We lost. Thanks for the 21s.
Doom goes down. Doom could not get away, so invest for the pulse bomb. Gets sniped by Immortality and gets murdered by Zombie.
Thanks, Ghost.
Yeah, the pulse bombs have been really hard to come
Rampage
by.
3.
Enormous Rampage.
That
fucked
is the
up
way to bring that back after a rough sequence of events for Doom. Kuffa keeping team name alive.
But you got to be able to track the ultimates there too, and just know that they don't have a barrier.
I live in Boston, that's why. Oh yeah, well yeah. If you live in like actual downtown, for sure, but not like not Massachusetts though. Like if you go anywhere outside of like, I mean, even the north, like as far as like the north end, and then like anything maybe towards like Quincy and beyond, you're probably not. You're not walking nowhere.
It's kind of crazy. Like Landon.
Suburbs of Boston around have decent public transportation. Decent, I would say, is a good word for it. Yeah, they have it. Definitely better than most places in the U.S.
Piling up on the post Kuffa's HP not great. Pedal going to the high ground. Bob.
I wouldn't say everything's walkable though.
Rush in play, looking for Bun.
Like there's certain towns, like if you're gonna go to the next town, you'd have to walk like maybe like 2 miles to a bus.
looking.
or a mile and a half, 2 miles, depending on where you live. Then take the bus over and then walk another like 2-3 miles. You know, I feel like that's kind of a low bar, and that's just one way. And that's because my uncle used to not drive, and he used to just take public transportation everywhere. And there was a bus line right outside my grandparents' house that he would take, which was great. And so like he could take the bus to work, like you take the bus, then hop on the train, and then take the bus again, and be great, and he could make it there. But that was like very, very outskirt type of suburb, like touching Boston, you know. Like once you go like 1 town or 2 towns out, that's all gone.
Yeah, B comes out. I think they're hoping to get the isolation onto Infected here. That seems to be the play. Infected though just holds up the arms, says, "Come at me."
Again though, that's all downtown versus
gets doomed.
you know.
Infected staying alive all the while.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places that have literally 0, so obviously it's better than that, obviously. But
living in that lamplight too. Again, he's gonna stay alive. Is Bun. Very nice play. Infected pushing all the way through.
like if you live in America, like unless you live in like very, very specific spots, you probably need a car.
The map, they might not, but essentially, Team Name has to win at least 2 fights in a row.
Team Name.
Oh, and don't get me started if it's like late or not running, or if there's snow. Yeah, you're just cooked.
Landon needs to regress. Team Name needs to turn it on. Landon here in the back, window in reserve. And if you're Infection, you don't have to fight their Hex. You can use the space.
Yeah, absolutely. You can fight wherever you want. Because, like I said, Team Name, it doesn't really matter. They're going to have to win at least 2 in the next team fights rather cleanly. So, yeah, look for Kuffa to maybe get the Annihilation. Aspen not quite at beat yet.
Pedal on Tracer.
I live in a college town. We have e-bike and buses.
Hello, Landon. Hello, Lamp. we meet again.
Trying to think of like a.
Same game. Kuffa though, Rampage gets big.
There are some really nice college towns out there.
Big value.
But it's the first step of many Hex. Team Name still
Kind of makes me wish I actually did go to a big school. That's one of the few things I regret, is I never went to a big school for college. I went to a pretty small one.
Yeah. Aspen is still around. Infection.
I didn't really take full advantage of it.
In this fight, even. Oh, fish cake.
Okay, the swap out Lucio's not ideal, but I think an Infection can keep
I live in a
people
college
alive.
town and it
Landon
sucks.
is
I think it depends, obviously, like
clear them
on a
back,
few
and then
things.
get
It
Infected
also depends on what you
on
want,
Annihilation.
you know?
What are they going to do? Oh, I guess they beat on the other side, too.
2 seconds left. Infection looking to put away. Overtime in progress. Team Name now cannot leave the robot for any reason. Doomed. The Blade. The Immortality field down. This might feel a little bit of a grudge here against the
Wait,
support
huge boo!
of Infection. Got rid of Aspen. Fun. Looking for the pressure. Takes down Doomed.
They're doing it, kinda.
Sorta. Annihilation. Infected living for way longer than expected on the point.
Well, that's Landon. Landon was just pumping him full of heals.
Yeah, Infected is good to go again. Bun, meanwhile, on cleanup. Finds Scuffed on the side. However, Pedal in another Landon Lamp God. Zomba, meanwhile, back into the fight. Looking. Infected just clearing.
Play your shield, try not to die. Damn, that was a good series from them.
The map and Infection, 1 map away from a flawless tournament.
I mean, that'd be.
I don't care what anyone says, Goats made everyone play better. Well, Goats was probably the most complex the game has ever been, because you could lose a game off a cooldown.
Yeah.
Like, every team had to get so perfect at running Goats that, like, you literally lost games off of someone's missed bubble, someone's missed defense matrix, someone's missed
You know,
amp.
Landon, though, he's been able to find windows out, literally.
Was nuts.
I own. I
Missed
completely
bash,
own.
missed whip shot, missed rally, like
We are
mistimed
into
it.
It is New Junk City.
Missed shatter.
And we'll see if Team Name can make their last stand here, or if Infection goes for the clean sweep.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had Custis here to tell us what these points are called, but I was going to say first point right now. Custis already memorized them all.
6 months
I-
broke.
So this is, this point specifically, I find is really good for Genji because people are kind of funneling through these small corridors. It's almost why Moira can be good on this point, too. You throw 1 orb in there and everyone dies, so Doom gets enormous value from that. Genji, 60% on the Blade already. a very.
This is also a really tough one to have the soldier flank on. It's like soldier's gonna be really good on all the other points, but this one it's tough.
Before winning a team fight on this game mode, I don't know why they ever.
I also like Junker Queen here. This is like one of the first points. This is where I play a lot of Junker Queen.
So team name coming out in strength. Something tells me they're gonna stick to this DPS lineup for at least this map, this point. For now, just trying to keep high pressure up on Infection. Landed, by the way. Public enemy number 1. Lamp forced out early.
Damn, there's run at the bath. Holy shit.
As maybe this is the way here, Hex. Just unrelenting pressure directly applied to Landon.
I mean, it's not like, you know, the newest ideas is to focus down support lines, right? So they just put everybody that they could down.
Wait, they really popped Blade for him. Holy shit.
That's a nice breeze going on right now from Doom. Just swinging out the air.
Zoning Blade, totally fine.
Didn't take 4 minutes to build at least.
But they win that fight dominating.
Nah, didn't take 4 minutes to build at least is insane.
The blade was almost free. Like
thanks, Darth. I appreciate it.
Pulled off early to get that blade is fine.
But look at this. Ignores the tank. Landon! Yeah, you dropped that immortality field. How dare you think about using a pulse bomb? I just hear the anger coming through this play. And though this, you know, Landon says, well, enough of that.
The dashes are going.
Damn, and he fucking dueled him and he beat him too. That's fucking wild. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's insane on the map, but
interesting on this map of who can pull off a rotation better. It does look like team name kind of getting caught out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit over aggressive diving Landon like halfway through the map if we're being real. But first point does go the team name. And a much more aggressive style working in their favor here so far, but Infection kind of loaded for bear in the next fight.
Well, see, now, like, if we're noticing it, obviously Infection's noticing it too. So what's the response now that they notice that the damage dealers are completely ignoring and bypassing the tanks, and they're really focusing the backline? The response is probably going to be Infected play a little closer to his team, even Bun. And here's when you know it's become a problem. If Zomba starts staying with his team and does frontline Tracer to be able to better position to peel, then you know they're really dealing with the dive.
that tracking.
Yeah, and you see there, look at the personal space. Landon doesn't have a lot of it. His team completely around him in that situation. Bun able to deal with the Genji pressure. And
Yeah, they're making adjustments on the fly. They realize, okay, their strat now is just to run at our BAP at full speed, so we'll just all stand with our BAP. And when they walk up and they go to kill them, we kill them.
Getting your soldier on the high ground against what this team's going to try to do, because it is a dive DPS team, but they don't have a dive tank who can get to the high ground easily. You're going to be able to put damage on the tank before they can complete a full-on dive. Now Infection in a good spot, 50%, and it counts up really quick on these flash points.
Zomba getting poked down low early. Team name might like to wait for the Blade here with the rush. I don't know if they will. Teams really have been playing around Blade quite in that way. Quicker play style, all in all. Doomed 85%. Visor out from Bun with Annihilation. So Infection spending, moving forward. They get scuffed, and at this point, if your team name, maybe you just prep for next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go next. They did end up in the
Dude, their adjustments are so good, though.
Ultimates, though. It doesn't seem like they work so well together, but you can't stay where Infected is, right? So he's going to push people out, and pushing them out into the open is exactly the only way Visor's going to get any value. So it doesn't seem like a traditional combination. Maybe it even isn't, but it worked in that case.
Now, the key here for Infection,
I think May would be crazy here.
Avoid the absolute fallout that will happen.
Yes and no.
Rush into Blade.
So, like, hit scan's so good right now.
Dive this
It's like you apply the 20% buff so consistently, or debuff so consistently that like May just takes too long to get there. And icicles, you're not gonna hit every icicle, right? You're gonna miss.
Working out a little bit of stress there, Hex.
But on hit scan, it's like borderline impossible.
I mean, the Tracer getting tapped by the Curie just.
Void thinks it's prime.
It's just
Appreciate
gonna
it.
happen sometimes. It's just spamming down an alley. Sometimes you blink, sometimes you get hit, and that ends up being pretty much the end of it, as he was unable to put down some pressure. Team name with the capture. Blade did come out during that fight, though. I believe.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Much value, but DPS ults are not the most valuable things. If you get one or two, that's.
So where are they going to put the BAP now to keep from being run at?
More importantly, is both support ultimates and the tank ultimate. See if Kappa can get
Look at. Here it comes.
I mean, you're looking at the rampage here. You're also looking at Zomba's opening. Bomb in reserve. Pedal just looking to check the whole way forward. Fish cake. Drop the beat. Yeah, I think the beat.
You can get a really good view of it. I think he dropped out, but they were going out the window.
Zomba though under the gun, so low, and Pedal finishes it off. Team name still at full strength. Kuffa. Rampage in reserve. Might use it, but no, it doesn't need to. Infected down.
He used a lot of ults for that fight. Both teams did, actually. What a knife.
Yeah, Zomba in that early fight just unable to track where Petal was. Lost
I think
track
they
when
forced the
was
window
trying
with the
to
choke, and then they disengaged it.
really matter. You're not gonna be able to
I think that's what
recover
happened.
that. A nice play from Team Name. The big thing that I'm looking at as Team Name is they're able to at least keep the tank ultimate too. And Infection has burned their support ultimates, so in theory this Rampage should get immense value because there's no good response to it.
All right, 2-1 Team Name looking to break Infection's map win streak. Stay alive here in the grand finals of the J3 Community Clash.
Yeah, maybe
They're trying to run at the BAP again. They're trying to run at the BAP again. Here it comes. They're running at the BAP again. Here we go. Get them.
Lamp down. Bomb
Yep,
not even
there it
out.
is.
Not even needed, Hex. That is the power of the pressure that is being applied to Landon right now. The tempo change is done so well for Team Name so far.
And this is kind of critical too that Kuffa is
Run at the
able to
fucking
get
BAP.
these
That's
kills
it.
and not
That's the
use
game plan.
ultimate. It's going to be really hard. Like Team Name can play this super defensively as well. What I would like to do is maybe set up a tracer around a corner somewhere and look for that early pulse bomb. That early pulse bomb probably gets lamp out, and it actually kind of tests
See a lot
if they
there.
have anything else to use as defense. Then with that lamp comes out, then you've got Blade, then you've got Rampage. Just hit him with all the knives.
5-man.
Right there with the Rampage. Oh, that initiation was so.
Oh,
lethal.
that's not a good ult.
Coming
That's
and
a pretty.
went
That's
right
a.
in. Fishcake might have died on the back end, but this is
Actually,
quite good for Team.
wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, I say that.
Wait, how the fuck they just 2v5'd?
Close.
There's still a lot that went down. I mean, they lost more than they should at the end. Doom,
I stand corrected.
Zomba.
I fucking
They could lemonade out of lemons there.
completely fucking. I shouldn't have doubted.
Very nice for them. 69 on the other side. Very nice for them. Haha.
I don't know how, but they flipped that back.
This is where they're getting value out of a Genji too. Is these small corridors like.
He just stood there and survived. The Tracer killed 3.
Wide open map. When you get to the points, but in between points, there's places where.
Oh, here it comes. They're looking for him again. Look at everybody's running. Everybody's running. Keep rotating. Keep rotating.
Points overall. Still though, Team Name gotta get some value out of these DPS ults.
Here it comes.
Pressure needs to live to use the beat. Blade.
Oh, he
already has
missed.
Doom Cuff under pressure. Where is the beat? The beat lands. Hits Cuff just at the time. Doom in the back. Petals bomb connects. And Team Name again. Quick fights to their liking. Will get the reflip here. Very close to getting the first map win against Infection.
Yeah, they have to be the initiators. That seems like all the fights they win, even going back to Blizzard World, the fights that they won were the fights that they started, that they picked the fights. They're not a very good reactive team, as opposed to Infection, a great reactive team. So definitely, definitely battles of styles here. Infection can get there. They're going to switch heroes to get to a Moira on the point. You want to stay alive long enough so you can get to Beat. Beat can flip this fight, and Team Name's got nothing.
Kuffa is getting focused. I don't think Kuffa likes it one bit. Able to get a bit of a disengage, though. Meanwhile, you got Doomed and Petal into the backline. Aspen responds. The beat.
Yeah, they swapped the Reaper run at the fucking Queen.
Down.
Wow, they made another adjustment. They were like, okay, if you're gonna run our BAP every fight, they went Moira, Reaper, and they're just gonna run at the Queen.
A single flashpoint point away from taking first place in this tournament without dropping a map. $5 grand on the line for first place. Team Name.
Now what? Now what do you do? Now what do you do?
I don't like it. Yeah, what you were doing was working. It was just one bad point. It might work, but oh man, we'll see if they're able to keep the same level of pressure up. Tournament life on the line. Is the switch genius, or will it send them to their end?
I mean, they kind of have to swap though, no?
Trying to poke out, but Infection is taking
They swapped off the BAP, like you can't really run at Moira the same way. I mean, I guess you can.
Infection is so low. Infection is down.
Ooh.
With the bomb. But is it going to be enough? Zomba, a bomb of his own. Landon says it's time for Cole. And Infection looks like they have the first beginnings of this point in big Cole play. Don't need a lamp for that. A different type of light.
Well, it was 3v3 after some trades out there, and then Landon just.
They're gonna keep the Reaper. Yeah, they're just gonna run at the Queen every fight. That's all they're gonna do. They're just gonna run at the fucking Queen. Oh, it's so evil. I mean, it works, but it's so evil.
Ultimate that can really reap some havoc.
I think the Moira swap is good though. It's like how much they were timing the BAP. You know, Moira can shake pressure a little bit easier. So
absolutely,
it makes a lot of sense that that was a swap.
Oof.
It's almost even more.
Force the fade early. really. I don't think they saw it though.
So Reaper and Moira have always worked well in comps together, if you think about it.
Yeah, here they go. They have ult. Time to walk in. Yep, and that's beat. Ajax the beat. That's tough. That's the map probably. Wait, never mind. Wait, 3 kills from the Echo is insane. But they use Kitsune Rush too, though. That's actually.
Fires up on. Really, we need to see Doom get a duplicate here and figure out what they're.
I think that's gonna bite them in the ass really bad, actually.
Because so far, every time we've seen Echo, almost in this entire tournament, it has turned out to.
What's up, Shade?
Yeah, and also, I mean, the last few times for Doom, you know, it wasn't really, you know, Doom would get duplicate and then Petal would die.
Sombra. Okay.
If it works, hack on the Kuffa. I think it's a neutralized Kuffa play. Doom holding on to the dupe. Zomba under pressure. Everything on the line.
Yeah, they have all the support ults. They're just gonna W key. Here it goes.
Beat. Bomb out from Zomba. Kuffa
Kills the queen.
The focus fire succeeds. Petal counter bomb. Not good. Affection on their way. 3 kills in the fight. Team name.
Wait, they didn't use Cole. Oh no.
Now, Hex, the question is.
Well, I guess they have Queen ult too. This is gonna be close.
Tournament life in the balance.
Doom just respawned, died with ult, never great. Kuffa is going to be able to come back in, but this is not going to be.
That's bad. Yeah.
Scuffed is down.
Yeah, losing their support ults the fight before, even though they won, it was just too much.
A perfect tournament win. Undefeated the whole way through.
And if your team name, like, you're kind of okay with that too. It's like, well, at least we lost clearly the best team.
Yeah.
So yeah, Infection can't take anything away from them. Team name came through the open qualifiers, weren't invited, got there on just pure gameplay alone. They're going to take second place and $3 grand, and for a team to qualify through the opens and take home $3 grand, you got to be happy with that. But overall, Infection
huge. Hey, they played that super well. The swaps were huge.
A game, so